Alright guys, Mr. H Reviews here, discussing the one, the only, the Deacon. He's divided a lot of fans, whether they like him, whether they dislike him, whether he was just put in for, I don't know, like a bit of an Easter egg, that sort of thing. But basically what we're talking about today is whether he's going to be returning in Alien Covenant. Now, for those that don't know, this is referring to the Xenomorph variant that we saw at the end of Prometheus, and he burst from the engineer, presumably killing him in the process. So the main question and theory here is, are we going to see him again in Alien Covenant? And kind of without confirmation from the directors and writers of the film, I'm going to speculate the possibility that we could see this guy again in Alien Covenant, and I'll kind of say why. So first and foremost, we have a $1 trillion ship and expedition that has not only the founder of the company on board, but also his daughter, whom is a member of the board of directors. Now, we know this from dialogue in the movie, so she is someone important in the company. So these are, very clear assets, and the money spent on the expedition aside, the Weyland-Yutani company or corporation, I'm pretty sure they would want to find kind of what's happened there. So, I know Dr. Shaw recorded the message, warning all of the people and notifying everyone of the death and the destruction on the planet that was at the end of Prometheus. Now, presumably, this would reach the company in some way, but death and destruction and xenomorphs, we know the company tends to gravitate towards these kind of things because they have a weapons division, and this is shown in pretty much all of the Alien films. So let's say a vessel does land on the planet which Prometheus was set on, prior to making their way to the planet Paradise. Now, they investigate the lifeboat that was ejected. That would pretty much be the main thing that I guess that they would do anyway. They find the crashed Juggernaut, and more importantly, they find the Deacon. Would he be smart enough to smuggle himself away on board? Potentially. Now, we know through the main xenomorphs, the ones that we're familiar with, their intelligence is actually rumoured to be linked to their hosts. Now, this particular xenomorph, this Deacon, had an engineer as a host. Clearly a superior being, as stated and shown very, very clearly, a being of higher intelligence. Their technology is far superior to ours. So the Deacon could hide aboard. I think that he, would stow away, and once the ship continues onto Paradise, would make its way on to the planet with the black goo and the spores. It's a very infested world, it seems. So this actually, I'm kind of digressing a little bit here, but that potentially is another way that the xenomorphs as we know them are created. The mutagen combining with the Deacon. Who's to say that that's not the origin of the xenomorph? So anyway, like I said, I'm kind of going off on a tangent there, and that is another video entirely altogether, and speculation in and unto itself. So could the Deacon be an Alien Covenant? Yes, I believe it could, and the reasons mentioned are a plausible and also, more importantly, it's a believable plot line for that to happen. Now, do I think he'll show up? Potentially not. Ridley Scott has another 2 to 3 movies in the pipeline before the prequels connect to the original Alien timeline, so they may save the Deacon as a mere Easter egg who'll pop up in another movie. So anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like, and until next time, I will see you in the comment section.